Welcome back. This is TV3 New Day. We're being joined by the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. John Boadu. John, good morning. Congratulations to you. I haven't had a chance to congratulate you after your election. Congratulations. Now you're not acting, now you're the full secretary of the NPP. How does it feel?
Thank you very much. Good morning to Cherry viewers. It's normal. It's called for service, and it's much the same as I was the polling station chairman about 15, 20 years ago. It's much the same as constituency secretary in Ablekuma South. It's the same as being the youth organizer, national organizer, and general secretary. It's the same, only that now the responsibility is huge. But that's why I've grown over the years and I've gone through the mill. And I believe that with the team that I have, we'll be able to deliver our mandate. Our mandate simply is to win the 2020 elections. That's exactly what we need to do. What you want to do. And be able to put together a structure of the party that can stand up to the test of time for years to come. That's exactly what we are doing.
1 month down the line, this will be exactly 1 month after the election. If you look back on, some of the issues that came up during your election, and we'll talk about Freddie Play and the buses and all of that. But if you look back, the fears, I mean, it was a subject matter. It was a subject matter.
I thought that if people commended the New Patriotic Party through Freddie Play for looking beyond just government funds and government activities and government opportunities, looking at the private sector to be able to enable our constituencies to be able to run effectively and be able to have the needed resources to run ourselves without recourse to government funds. Rather, what I hear is criticisms and accusations.
Are they not fair criticisms?
I think that some of the criticisms are not fair at all. Okay. We are the same people who've been complaining about parties' involvement in government activities and government resources. So if party decides, which we are going to do, in addition to this, we'll be looking at other innovative ways of raising resources to get our party to run. I can't see why a party like New Patriotic Party cannot have insurance of our own, insurance company, a banking,
to take care of your own.
Take care of our party and the future of our party. You understand? And we must have a situation where you have political parties that are strong, that are thriving. If you take ANC, it is not for nothing that their constitution is structured such that anytime they go for a national conference and elect a president or chairman of the party, he's an automatic president of the country. You understand? It is because the party itself is strong. The party does not depend on government for resources to run the party.
Of the NPP?
Yeah, we can't say
the party
same.
Is strong.
Yeah, we can't say same because you people are not even helping for us to do same.
When you say you
because
people,
what I mean is that the kind of comments that I hear as a result of an attempt to make sure that the party is on its own, is independent, and can independently raise resources to help the party structure to run, is rather being used as something against the party.
Let's talk about the party's role in monitoring, or if you like, supporting the government to deliver on its many promises. How is the party doing that? Is the government doing what it says it will do?
Yeah, government is doing what it says it will do, considering the constraints of governance. The party, like the mother, will be prompting government on its activities and reminding government of its promises and making sure that not just only about implementing the programs and policies, even the way you implement it, the effects of your implementation of your policies on the general masses and party people in particular an effect on the ground. So that is the work of the party, and we are doing that. You don't ask me how are we doing it, because we have our own instruments that we use.
You don't want to
channel.
share.
To
you don't want to
channel.
share.
Some of them are not necessarily relevant to you. You understand? So we have our own instruments on the ground that we use to monitor and make sure.
Does the president still come to the party office on Mondays, as was announced earlier?
No, he came for about 3-4 times, but it was at that time that ministers were being put together, boards were put together, chief executives, and all that. So his noble idea of making sure that he gets in touch with party people, listens to party people, was turned to an employment agency. You understand? So it was virtually turned to that. So he felt that he needs to finish all those appointments.
Will he resume?
I think he must, because I reminded him that he needs to resume that in order to. But the other way out is his numerous outreach program that he's doing. You see, by coming to party office every Monday, you more or less be meeting only Accra people. Or get people from outside to travel long distances to be able to meet you. But he's made it a point that almost every month he goes to a particular region, for which this Friday, he'll be starting an outreach in Ashanti region. He just finished the 3 northern regions. He did that of the western region and the
But John,
region.
Is it fair to say then, if that the people are thronging to the party office and turning a president's working day at the party office into a job-seeking opportunity, is it fair to say that the party is under pressure from its own party people to find them something to do? Is it fair to say?
You are making a point.
No, I'm asking. I'm trying to draw an inference that if every time the president comes to the party office to want to come and work, he gets people coming to him to ask him for jobs and to lobby.
What I'm saying is that
fair?
It was around that time where the government was being put in place. So any opportunity to see
the government
president,
under pressure?
Not exactly. You see, any opportunity to meet the president at that time will enable you push your point. And I was in all the meetings, and we realized that it was turned to that. But since that has been done already, and like I said, he has adapted a new method by going down to meet the people on the ground. And in doing so, in his outreach program, he takes the opportunity to meet party people, meet the regional party, constituency party people, and all that.
Kelly GVG, 110 ministers, so many other issues, Ameri and all of that, which is what I'm asking, is the government under pressure? Does the government feel pressured at all by all the comments that are coming?
No, government does not. The government rather will want to listen to its own people.
The people spoke about 110 ministers.
Can I finish?
The government didn't listen.
You don't. If you are a government, you don't listen to everything that has been said. Then you don't have to govern. You allow the people to govern themselves. That's not what it is, really. If you believe strongly in a decision that you've taken, you must stick to it. If you believe you've taken a decision that concerns are far-reaching, concerns that are raised by people, need to be considered, you also do so. You understand? So it is not give or take. It is about also making sure that you keep focus and run the country. So that's exactly what you are doing.
There have been reports that some general secretaries sit in cabinet. Do you sit in cabinet?
Yes.
You sit in cabinet.
Yes.
Do you know why Mr. Boadu Jaku was dismissed, for example?
Reasons for dismissal disappointment of appointees are not normally discussed, and it is not even offered as part of.
But when the president said he was misled,
president hasn't said he was misled. President said misled what? Where? Where?
It's been said over and over again.
By
he hasn't responded to it.
No, by who?
The press has been saying it.
Oh, please.
It's been out there.
No. You see, we must be a bit more careful about the way we do our things. President has not said anywhere that he was misled. It is rather one of our party people, Gabi Ochedako. And even that, it is, I think, Statesman reports. And because Statesman is close to the party and the president or the party in total. So everything said by them is taken as full gospel. And I don't think that will do ourselves any good if we continue to insist.
But John, you have just told me that the government listens to the people if the totality of the people believe that certain decision must be done. The people have been asking for explanations. Would the government listen to them?
I'm saying that if people ask for explanation, it must be asked within the context of what our constitution provides. Yeah, so if you ask for explanation of a particular issue,
of a minister for energy,
can I finish? Of a particular issue, and it is not provided within the context of our constitution, I don't think there's a need.
Do you honestly?
There's a need to respond to it. You don't.
Do you honestly
that.
believe
because
that?
if you are not very careful, sometimes reasons for appointments or disappointments have nothing to do with competence of the individuals. Sometimes it is about his attitude. Sometimes it is about the way he implements projects. Sometimes it is about the way he even receives people. And there's no government that can go out there.
In the particular case of Mr. Boadu,
can I finish? That can go out there to announce that his minister is arrogant, and based on that,
I want to make reference to the particular announcement of Mr. Boadu. The president said he's working in financial institutions, so he's going to bring on that expertise of funding our energy issues, and says he has had a long stint with that. So his competence was mentioned, and the president had a very unique style announcing his ministers.
And obviously, he has shown within the almost 1.5 years of being a minister, he has shown that he's competent.
So
he's shown that he's capable of managing what was given to him.
Mr. Boadu is
to the extent that he's been able to resolve perennial or almost unending doomsday that we face as a country.
Mr. Boadu is gone now. Does that settle the dust on the Ameri deal? Many thought that it was not good. In fact, the senior staff of the VRA think that it would have cost us more. It was a bad deal, despite contrary views from some elements in government that said this was the best that we could have had. What happens to the Ameri deal now?
Well, as we speak now, whether government takes a decision now or not, the Ameri deal stands.
You were in Sultan earlier saying that government will not go on with the Ameri deal.
I'm saying that whether government goes on or not, as we speak now, the Ameri deal stands until
the 5-year expiration.
Until Parliament reviews it.
Okay.
You understand? So the attempt to review it in Parliament has not been completed because Parliament raised some issues that government need to respond. If government wants to go again in the same manner it went, then it will depend on whether government accepts or not. So it is not just about even executive deciding to review it. You review it based on the acceptance of cabinet. That's where we are.
Okay.
If it stays, what it means is that we owe them $90 million we must pay.
Right.
If it stays, as we speak now, we must find $102 million by end of year to pay them as part of the operations and management and capital costs and other costs that is within the contracts. Within the next 3 years, we must be able to pay them close to $300-something million for us to own it. Even if we owe it, we still, based on cabinet decision of winning off VRA to concentrate on hydro production and getting off thermal production. What it means is that we must be able to get a third party that have the capacity and ability to run the thermal production.
All right.
And that comes with a cost. You will not get operations and maintenance cost free. You have to pay for it. Even the assets must be managed in a manner that will generate the needed kilowatts that we need per period of time.
Right.
So it is not as if when you decide to maintain it, then the cost comes to zero to us. So we are looking at alternative ways of reducing not just the amount, but the impact on our budget. So that is the attempt.
Government took the best decision.
That is the attempt that the Energy Ministry wanted to resolve, but for lack of effective communication, because members on our side even did or kicked against.
I see. So Boadu is gone. Any more ministers to go? Are we to expect a reshuffle soon?
This question is for the president.
But you say you sit in cabinet, so maybe you want.
If you want to do reshuffle, you don't come to cabinet with about so many people to discuss it there. You don't do that. No government does that. But by the time you finish the meeting, it's almost out there. So it is at the bosom and the discretion of the president. But what will be done really is not a full-scale reshuffle. It's just a limited one.
What would be done? What will be done? We'll move, say, ESLA from communications to education.
But I'm saying that what will be done will just be a limited one as a result of the vacancy occurring
at the Energy Ministry.
So either the one acting goes back to his ministry or maintains that. It means that you must replace where he's coming from. If the person comes from a region or another ministry, it means that you must replace. Right. So it will just
move around.
Yeah, move around. But some few ministers may not come back anyway.
Any hints?
No.
Any hints?
This is the job of the president.
It's the job of the president.
The job of the president, yeah.
John Boadu, I thank you very much for your time. I'm most grateful, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. That's John Boadu. He is the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, and has been here on TV3 New Day. We'll see you tomorrow. It's a Thursday. Have fun. It's Wednesday. Win. Good morning.
She says, sorry, I said, don't you worry. Without you, my life is boring. She might come out.